What's up, Mavletic lovers and listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Maverick Postgame. We hope some of you got to see some of our athletics this past week. If not, don't worry, because today we got another full show for you as baseball runs their win streak to 13.
And softball has a first-day sweep of Skyhawks.
Plus, the women's lacrosse extend their winning streak to 6.
And men's lacrosse claim a key win over ARC final Griffins.
All of that and so much more as we move ahead into this recap-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. So with that being said, I'm your host, Grace Metcalf.
And I'm Allie Eslich.
Let's dive into all the game-breaking stats, off-the-wall wins, heartbreaking losses, and in-depth analysis of our CMU athletics. Roll it!
Hello everyone, once again I'm Allie Eslich.
And I'm Grace Metcalf. Let's hop right in and take a look at all the Mavtastic action that took place this week here at CMU. The number 18 Colorado Mesa baseball team kept their hot streak alive on Sunday, locking in their 13th straight win with a 12-6 victory over Adams State to complete the 4-game sweep at the Diamond. The Mavericks jumped out to a 9-0 lead after just 3 innings, sparked by a 7-run second inning that featured a solo home run from Jack Rogers, his second of the season. CMU tacked on 2 more runs in the 5th with RBI hits from Kennedy Hara and Cameron Cartwright. Adams State showed signs of life in the 7th, scoring 5 to trim the lead, but Rogers came through again in the bottom half with an RBI single to push the score to 12-5. The Grizzlies managed 1 more in the 9th, but the Mavs held firm to seal the win. As a team, the Mavericks racked up 13 hits. Paul Schoenfeld and Colby Felix each had 3 hits and a double, with Felix scoring 3 times and Schoenfeld driving in 2. Jack Rogers went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. On the mound, Jordan Pace got the start and was solid through 3 innings, while Andrew Pogue picked up the win with 2 shutout frames and 3 strikeouts. CMU now sits at 26-8 overall and 19-1 in RMAC play, holding a 4.5-game lead in the standings. They'll hit the road next weekend for a 4-game set against UCCS.
The Colorado Mesa softball team wrapped up their Sunday doubleheader with a sweep of Fort Lewis, grinding out a 2-3 comeback win in the game 1 before dominating a game 2 9-1 in 5-inning run rule at Aspen Field. With the wins, the Mavericks moved to 27-9 over Land 25-5 in RMAC play, tying Colorado Christian for first in the conference standing. 1 win was a battle. The Mavs trailed 2-0 after Fort Lewis strung out together 4 straight singles in the 4th, capped by 2 RBI hit from McKenna McAllen. CMU loaded the bases with no outs in the 5th, but couldn't capitalize. In the 6th, though, Maya Artia came through with the biggest swing of the game. A 3-home to right then flipped the lead. Jesslyn Kalagos was strong in the circle, tossing a complete game with 9 strikeouts and allowing just 2 earned runs to improve to 13-1 on the year. In Game 2, the Mavericks wasted no time getting on the board. Chloe Valdez doubled in 2 runs in the 1st and later added a solo home run as part of the 4-run 4th inning. Maya Artia stayed hot with the triple in 2nd and 2 RBI single to cap the scoring. As a team, the Mavericks tallied 10 hits and 9 RBIs. Artia and Chloe Valdez led the charge with 2 hits each and combined for 6 RBIs, Artia with 4 and Valdez with 3. Including a solo home run, Presley Christensen held it down in the circle, giving up just 1 run on 4th hits and striking out a season-high 8. Colorado Mesa closes the series with Fort Lewis on Monday, but results were not available at the time of this report.
The Colorado Mesa women's lacrosse team left no doubt on Saturday afternoon, jumping out to an early lead and never looking back in a dominant 20-5 road win over Westminster. With their 6th straight victory and 4th consecutive by double digits, the Mavericks moved to 7-4 overall and remained unbeaten in RMAC play at 6-0. CMU set the tone with an explosive first quarter, scoring 11 times and establishing a running clock before the period was even over. By halftime, the Mavs had stretched the lead to 14-2, and they continued to roll the rest of the way, eventually putting up a season-high 20 goals with 11 different players finding the back of the net. Justine Anderson led the way with a career performance, tying the program record with 9 points on 5 goals and 4 assists. The reigning RMAC Attacker of the Year helped fuel a first-quarter barrage that saw 5 different Mavericks score in the opening 10 minutes. Now 6-0 in conference play for just the second time in program history, the Mavs have won 21 straight matchups against Westminster dating back to 2015. They'll return home this week for their biggest stretch of the season, hosting UCCS on Friday and a nationally ranked Regis team on Sunday for Senior Day.
The Colorado Mesa men's lacrosse team came up big when it mattered most on Sunday, scoring 3 late goals in the fourth quarter to secure a circular 13-11 win over rival Westminster on the road. The victory keeps the 20th ranked Mavericks perfect in Peach Belt Conference Rocky Mountain Division play at 5-0 and extends their win streak to 4 games. It was a tightly contested battle throughout, with CMU trailing just once at 3-2 late in the first quarter and never leading by more than 3. The Mavs held an 8-6 edge entering the fourth and pushed the lead to 9-6 early in the period before Westminster railed to tie the game at 10. But CMU responded with a man-up goal by Jack Cooper to regain the lead, followed by scores from Julius Patterson and Dylan Pless to seal the deal in the closing minutes. With the win, CMU takes a firm grip on the division, holding a 1-5 game lead over Concordia, Irvine, and the 2-game lead over Westminster. The Mavericks can clinch at the least a share of the division title on Wednesday, with a win over Adams State and would lock up hosting rights for the divisional tournament with another home win this weekend against Dominican.
The Colorado Mesa University women's tennis team celebrated Senior Day with a pair of victories, highlighted by McKenna Livingston's milestone performances. Livingston won her 96th, 97th, and 98th matches as the Mavericks triumphed 7-0 over CSU Pueblo and 4-3 over Colorado College at the Elliott Tennis Center. In the morning, the Mavs dominated CSU Pueblo, who fielded only 5 players. Livingston won number 1 singles 6-4, 6-0, and teamed with Audrey O'Rear for a number 2 doubles win. The Mavs cruised to a 7-0 victory, winning every match in straight sets. The afternoon match against Colorado College was much closer. After dropping the doubles point, CMU rallied with singles wins from Meyer and Berlanti. Livingston kept the Mavs alive with a tiebreaker win at number 1 singles, setting the stage for Jane Sturr to clinch the win with the 6-1, 6-0 victory at number 6. The wins pushed CMU to 13-9 on the season, extending their streaks to 43 straight wins over CSU Pueblo and 18 over Colorado College. The Mavs will wrap up the regular season next weekend with road matches at MSU Denver, Colorado College, and CSU Pueblo.
The Colorado Mesa University men's tennis team celebrated Senior Day with a dominant 6-1 victory over Colorado College on Saturday afternoon at the Elliott Tennis Center. Despite losing 2 of the 3 doubles matches, the Mavs stormed back in singles play, winning all 6 matches. CMU extended its winning streak over the Tigers to 22 straight duels since 2012. Henry Sheik and William Leschling secured a number 2 doubles win, while Sheknik went on to claim a 6-2, 7-5 win at number 1 singles. Roman played Shink while with the duel with a 7-6, 6-2 victory at number 3. Senior Philemon Jobin, in his final duel home, won 6-3, 6-1 at number 2 singles, while Emily Holtman and Shook also picked up the wins in the second wave of the singles. Diego Monzo and Jameson Pifningston added victories in tight matches. The Mavs finished their brief home schedule with a 3-1 record and will play MSU Denver and Colorado College again next weekend to wrap up the regular season. CMU now awaits the final Pacific West Conference tournament rankings.
At the Maverick Invitational, Gaby Horton stole the spotlight with 3 wins and a track record. She anchored the 4x100-meter relay to an NCAA provisional time of 45.79 seconds and swept the 100 meters in a personal best 11.47 seconds, breaking the track record. She also won the 200 meters in 24.12 seconds, while teammates Serenity Burnett-Perry and Sylvia Johansson recorded personal bests. Freshman Italia Mills led a 1-2-3 sweep in the 100-meter hurdles, while Kami Merritt and Lexi Williams had top performances in the 400-meter hurdles. Merritt's second place time of 1 minute and 2.79 seconds now ranks 3rd in program history. The 4x400-meter relay team finished 2nd in 3 minutes and 51.47 seconds. In field events, Christina Palmer won the discus with an NCAA provisional mark of 46.33 meters. The men's team also had strong performances, including Anton Higgs' victory in the triple jump and 2 relay wins. On the track, Tio Casados ran a career best 21 seconds in the 200 meters, while Walker Matthews and his teammates won the 4x100 relay. The Mavericks will next compete in Texas and Golden next weekend. Now that we have recapped some of the games, it's time to announce our Maverick of the Week. Our Maverick of the Week goes to Gaby Horton. After an outstanding performance at the Maverick Invitational, Horton stole the spotlight by winning 3 events and setting a new track record. She anchored the 4x100-meter relay to an NCAA provisional qualifying time of 45.79 seconds and dominated the 100 meters with a personal best time of 11.47 seconds, breaking the track record. She also clinched the first place in the 200 meters with a time of 24.12 seconds. Congratulations, Gaby, for your outstanding performance. You are Maverick of the Week. Now it is time for some closing statements. My closing thought is on this weekend. That's right, this weekend, your very own CMU rodeo team is competing. We have a team full of talent, but they are constantly on the road for other competitions, so you won't want to miss this.
My closing thought are on how well all our athletics performed this past week. There hasn't been a loss. All teams and individuals have been performing incredibly, and I'm so excited to see how they will continue.
That is exciting. I am particularly excited for the rodeo. I also know the update host, Brianna, is excited as well, since she talked about it on her most recent episode. Now I know we have this feud based on whose show is better, and she's claiming that hers is better since she spoke about the rodeo. Isn't it ironic how she had to talk about a sport to make her show better? But in all seriousness, if you haven't seen the update, go check that out. Brianna does an incredible job. Now that we have wrapped up all the action from this week and given our closing thoughts, it is time to close the show. Thank you everyone so much for joining us this week on Maverick Postgame. I've been your host, Grace Metcalf.
And I've been Allie Eslich.
Be sure to go check out our channel, 62.2, for more games and updates. We'll catch you next week on an all-new recap-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. Stay safe, Mavs. Study hard. Go to a game or two. And of course, have yourselves a most amazing day.